some of us, I've noticed that people are walking around with, reddish eye and things, infection going around. And we want to just get into it and find out what's this thing that's going around and why are people experiencing this reddishness of the eye? What is it? Well, doctor has joined us in the studio, Dr. Augustine Dery. He's an optometrist of Third Eye Care and Vision Center, and he's going to help us to understand this. I have a question for him, though, before he gets into that. Optometrist, optician, ophthalmologist. What's the difference? We hear all these names. Dr. Dery, how are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, so you're going to help us to understand that. Optometrist,
yes.
Optician, ophthalmologist.
Okay.
They're all eye people.
Yes, they are all eye people.
Okay.
Yeah.
So which one are you and why? What are the differences?
Okay, so I am an optometrist.
Okay.
What I am is a primary eye care physician. Okay. So we will examine the eye, check for if you have any disease, any disorder, if you need some treatment to give you drugs, if you need spectacles, if you need contact lenses or some therapy. If you need to say if it's a condition that requires, say, a surgery, or it's a condition that is a bit more serious, yes, then we send you to the ophthalmologist. Okay. And if you need glasses like you need, when you saw the doctor, I'm sure you saw an optometrist.
Yeah, okay. Yes,
after writing the prescription and all that,
then you go to
he sends, yes, the optician does that for you.
Okay.
The optician is more a master in that field.
Okay.
And of course, we have the ophthalmic nurse.
Oh,
that
okay,
one
yes.
is the eye nurse.
Okay.
And that's easy to understand.
There's a lot, isn't it?
That's quite interesting.
Yeah.
So if you have issues with your eye, the first person you see will be the optometrist.
The optometrist is your primary eye care physician.
And then you move on probably to the optician. And then when
If
it's too serious that you have to probably go through, is that it?
So the first, in the first point of call, since the optometrist is the first line defender, you can see an ophthalmologist, but you may not need to. So the optometrist can take care of most of the things. Depending on the setting, it could be an ophthalmic nurse who is there, or maybe an optician, but maybe an ophthalmic nurse. So our rules actually intertwine, but we have our specific areas of strength. So we also rely on each other. So the ophthalmologist can refer to the optometrist can refer to the ophthalmologist, optician, and vice versa.
Interesting.
Yes.
We have a problem going around. I've noticed a few people in the last maybe 3 weeks. Apollo.
Yes.
This thing called Apollo.
It's seasonal too.
Or
Apollo is there throughout the year.
No, actually, it's a seasonal kind of problem, and this year in particular, I do not think that I've seen this surge in the rates of infection in all my practice. It is seasonal, and usually will come around in the rainy season. Yes. Of course, the name itself is not Apollo.
I know, right?
Yes. But because a lot of people say it. It's interesting to note how the name even came about.
I was going to ask.
Okay, so this kind of problem, which I'll explain, is something that is very contagious. So it moves very fast. And around in 1969, that is when men were able to land on
the moon.
Yes, exactly.
It's from that.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
The Apollo 11.
Yeah, Apollo 11.
So when they went up there, when they launched it, some people were saying, oh, maybe they went there and they brought some disease or some dust.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
So would you say Apollo was first recorded?
Theory.
No, okay, not first recorded, but the first epidemic.
Okay.
Exactly. It's occurred in Ghana. And when it occurred in Ghana, it coincided with the launch of the Apollo 11 spacecraft.
So does anyone get Apollo? You know, there are certain diseases that if you are black, if you're a woman, if you are male, these kind of, is Apollo like that, or anybody
Apollo has no favorites. Apollo goes everywhere.
But what causes Apollo?
Okay, so Apollo is caused by a virus. In the larger group, you call them picornaviruses, but more specifically, the enteroviruses. And they are small. They can easily penetrate. And these viruses would surely cause the problem. If you get any hand to eye contact.
Okay.
Yes, that's how it's spread.
Okay, so let's call it by its proper name, conjunctivitis.
Or acute hemorrhagic conjunctivitis. Well, Apollo has even been adopted in some textbooks. So you can call it, so you can, like kwashiorkor.
Yeah,
so you can call it Apollo conjunctivitis if you like.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So this hand to eye thing.
Yes.
During COVID, we learned very well that, you know, wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands.
Yes.
Don't touch your face.
Don't touch your face and all of that.
Yes.
If we had abided by those rules, we would have saved ourselves.
That's good. That's a very good sign that we are being lax on. Yes, we are reverting. Because, you know, there was a doctor that came out. He said, oh, I found a breakthrough, how to prevent diseases. And they asked him, what is it? Wash hands. And everyone was laughing. But it turned out that he was right. It's unfortunate I can't remember his name. So the hand to eye, if I get infected with Apollo, I touch my eye because it's uncomfortable. Yeah. And then I touch a table or any object. Yeah. Then you go and touch it. You are going to get infected as well.
Wow.
So you mentioned that it happens during the rainy season.
Yes, mainly during the rainy season.
What is the science behind that? Why the rainy season?
Oh, well, you know, the rainy season is such that you can have viruses and bacteria, these microorganisms. They like these very nice, warm, humid environments. When it's a bit more arid, so even the epidemic, what we are feeling right now in Ghana, you'd realize that in the south, and I even have spoken to colleagues, yesterday I spoke to one in Wa, and you realize that in the south it's even more, the incidence is more than in the north.
Okay.
Yes. So that's the environment, the water, the droplets, and all of that. The wetness helps in the transmission of Apollo.
Right. So we've mentioned that you need to wash your hands and don't be touching your face.
Yes.
You know, but can you avoid certain places? I mean, how would I know? You know, I come to the office. I mean, I have to touch doors. I have to touch the rail of the staircase and all that. But what really can I do to prevent?
It's a collective responsibility sort of thing, that if I know that I am infected, then I don't have to go touching things. So if you are infected, the best thing to do is to get out of crowds or work. Go to the hospital. Let us check, see that everything is fine. I mean, we give you medication. Don't go touching things or going to social gatherings and all of that. That's not kind. Because you would definitely transmit it. Apollo is easily transmissible. It's very contagious. And it has a very short incubation period.
Oh,
yes.
I see.
Between 1-2 days. So if you get infected right now, 1-2 days. And typically, it appears like this. So what people say, oh, I went to bed, I was fine. I woke up, boom.
Yes. Yeah.
My eyes were red. Yeah. And then it gets teary. And then I have a little discharge. So yes, people who have Apollo, as the name says, 1, acute, 2, hemorrhagic.
Yeah, so bleeding.
I'll break it down. So the acute means that it's of sudden onset. It comes suddenly. Hemorrhagic relates to blood. It's bloody.
Reddish.
Yeah, the reddish eye. Actually, you have some few little leakages in the eye. Okay. Yeah, and then the conjunctivitis simply relates to the front part of the eye. I can use this model. So there's this front, the white part of the eye is a sclera, just in front. When you look at my eye, there's a transparent or somewhat translucent membrane over that white part. That same membrane also goes to the inner part of the eyelids. Okay. Yes, it's sort of, I see. It's a conjunctiva. So it sort of joins the eyelid to the eyeball. And that is what gets inflamed. So the eyeballs, because it's inflamed, a lot of blood will have to go there, white blood cells will have to go to fight. So then the red look, and then the feeling, you know, when you have Apollo, you feel like there's sand in your eye. It's just because of the engorged blood vessels.
I see. That's what.
But I'm sure you've also heard, you know, so now we know that you need to wash your hands and don't be touching your face. But oftentimes, I also hear people say that if somebody has Apollo and you look at them, you get it. I don't know if you've heard that. Don't look at the person.
One of the kids, that was one of the myths.
They tell you that if you look at the person, you will get it.
The best explanation I can give is that it's maybe psychological because of the unsightly nature of its presentation. So you look and you have this teary feeling. But Apollo is not by Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, or any other connection. No, it is strictly a hand to eye transmission sort of thing.
Now, if you're sitting there and you suddenly start having an itch in your eye, what should you do?
You should not. Okay, the first instinct is to rub.
Yes.
The first instinct is to rub.
Yes.
I would encourage, even before itches start, try not to touch your eyes.
Okay.
Try not too much. If anything, you should wash. So, if you can, if you can, ignore it. If you can't and the itch gets a little unbearable, get some warm water or chilled water.
Okay.
If it's in a towel or in a bottle or a sachet, just put it on the eye a bit. It will make it a little more bearable for you to ignore.
Okay.
And if it gets too unbearable, please go straight to the hospital. Because when you rub, then the front surface here, the cornea, is transparent. You can scratch your cornea and it cause other problems.
Okay.
So can you tell that you're going to get Apollo?
Not that I know. The only telling I know is maybe you have someone who is close to you who has Apollo, who's been around.
So Apollo is such that it just comes, you have Apollo.
Oh yes, if you infect yourself. So that's why you need to make hand washing a habit.
Okay. Yeah.
Wash your hands for no reason, especially in this season.
I like that. Wash your hands for no reason.
Yeah.
You don't need a reason. Just wash.
Just wash.
As frequently as you can.
Yes, if you are passing by the washroom, okay, let me wash my hands.
Yeah.
Just go and wash.
Yeah.
Or you can walk around with hand sanitizer.
Okay.
For me, I also have this alcohol sanitizer in my room. If you come in my room, okay, today I'm revealing a secret. You come, you have Apollo, I take care of you. When you leave, I spray everywhere.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yes.
But why not? Because you can't have the optometrist with Apollo.
Of course.
No, or even other people coming in. You see, that becomes a
Then
problem.
you leave the hospital.
Yes, everyone has to be safe.
What is the duration for Apollo?
Oh, about a week, sometimes a little more than a week. A maximum of 2 weeks, but in about a week you should see it resolving.
Okay.
So if you have Apollo, I don't advise that you go to work.
Okay.
Or if your child has Apollo, and this is where I think the major transmission mechanism occurs, the children. I keep hearing, oh, my child went to school, came back and gave it to the whole family. Yeah.
No, we did that to our parents. No, I remember. One of us went.
I've had Apollo before.
I have. One of us went and we came back and we spread it.
It is so uncomfortable and you become very unproductive. You become sensitive to light as well. When you bend down,
yes,
your eyes are coming out.
Yes, like your eyeballs are about to fall off.
So apart from the discomforts, and the fact that you have to stay away from people and all that, how dangerous can Apollo be, or is nothing like that?
Okay, well, Apollo is one of what we call a self-limiting condition. When we say self-limiting, it means that if you do not do anything, eventually
it will take care of itself.
It will take care of itself. It's viral, it's like the cold. But the problem has to do with the fact that the eye becomes compromised in that time. And when it becomes compromised, then you can have secondary infections coming in. And the fact that you're touching your eye more, and that can become dangerous because you don't know what infection you can pick. So it's more advisable that you get to the doctor.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there have been a lot of suggestions over the years as to how to treat it. So salt water.
I knew this was coming.
Your eye, then put the thing in salt water.
I have heard a lot, the good, the bad, the ugly.
Okay.
I've heard salt water, I've heard urine,
Okay.
I've heard herbal preparation.
Urine.
I'm telling you.
Oh, wow.
And the one I could not believe.
Seawater,
seawater is much better. Urine,
there is salt solution.
I've even heard, and that I was surprised, and I was confirmed. I don't know if I should. Akpeteshi.
Really?
In the local,
to treat,
like you put it in the eye.
This is
I won't say it.
Self-inflicted blindness.
Look, please, if you are listening, I mean, don't do any of these. No, don't do any of these. Because
not the salt water.
No, not breast milk either.
Because breast milk too.
Not breast milk either. Because you see, the eyes are very delicate. The cornea is very delicate. What you put on it has to sort of have what we call the pH, I mean, of the whatever solution should be somehow close to it. The way it's prepared, you can have very bad reactions, You won't believe it, but in rare cases, someone can actually put some eye drops on and then go blind. It's like in some rare cases, yes.
Oh, wow.
So self-medication can also be very dangerous. And those of you who go to the hospital especially the mothers. They go, they give them an eye drop, and they keep it.
Yeah.
Then
eye drops are not supposed to be used after 30 days or something.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Any time from 21 days, I will not guarantee.
Any eye drop?
Yes, any eye drop.
Okay.
As soon as it's sterile, and as soon as you open it, it's no more sterile. And when you're applying it to, some people apply it to touch the eye. It should not touch the eye when you're applying it. You should have it a bit raised away from the eye so that only the drop gets on the eye. Yeah, so some of these things, by 21 days, you should.
So how will we treat it? If we can't use salt water, we can't use breast milk, we can't use
Is it go to the
urine.
hospital? Like the
Exactly.
handle it.
Yes.
You don't know anything about
Go
your eye. Stop
to
using
the
breast milk
hospital.
for it. Because you have it.
Go to the hospital immediately.
Okay.
Yes, and I'm sure the doctor would definitely give you some time off work, so that you get some relief for yourself, and then we protect each other. You protect the other people at work. Imagine that everyone at Citi gets Apollo.
Oi.
That's a disaster.
Yeah.
Yes, and it spreads that fast. So someone can have Apollo come, and the next day 4 people have Apollo, and the next day 7 people. I mean, yes, it's that bad. Wow. It's that bad.
Thank you. Really appreciate this explanation. It's been fantastic.
You're welcome.
Well, how do people get in touch with you if they want to find out more about, Apollo and all of that?
Okay, well, I am from Third Eye Care and Vision Center, and we have two locations. The first location, I'm usually at the Airport Residential Area Branch, just close to the Mirage Building, on the Association School Road. And then we also have the North Ridge branch. That's in the building, the premises of Sunny FM. We are on social media as well, Facebook, TikTok,
so it's
Twitter. Third Eye Care. Yes, and Vision Center. I may even drop a number if they want to call.
You can.
Yes, so you can call us, on 024 593 8389. 0245 938389.
Martin from Jowulu says, early in the morning when you wake up, put salt in water, stir it, and wash your face with it.
Oh my goodness.
So everything that we have said,
he has not heard.
Martin.
Martin, thanks for your advice, but I don't think it's the best of advice. No. That's quite brutal.
That's all that we don't have to put in the soup.
Yes, if you understand a little bit of the ocular biochemistry, you wouldn't want to do that.
Put salt
no.
All right.
I mean, there are better ways. Why would you want to do this? It's not like you are stuck in some island and shipwrecked. No, there are hospitals all around.
But can I just pass by the pharmacy if I have Apollo?
Okay, good. That's a very good question. I wouldn't recommend. How do you know it's Apollo?
Okay.
But it looks reddish. It's reddish, it's itchy, and there's something.
Good. There are lots. I can go on and on for about an hour talking about red eye.
Okay. So there are different things.
There are very different things.
Okay.
Yes, like common itchings, common something falling in the eye can cause
when I'm
redness.
very tired, my eyes become red.
Yes, that can also cause redness.
I have red eye.
Even dryness of the eye.
Okay.
Then you two need to visit me if you are having red eye regularly.
No, so I visited an optometrist and I was given the eye drop. Quite honestly, I was asking all those questions because I think it's past the 21 days.
No, throw it away, please. So please, if you have any eye drops that you have and it's like you've used it and it's past the time, the best thing to do is to discard it. Okay. Yes, eye drops don't cost 5 million.
So in this case, if I throw it away, do I have to go back to the doctor?
Yes.
Okay. Or because I know what he gave me, I can go and buy another one.
See, that's where the assumption is. You see, even as for us in training, when we were in school, there are times when you see a condition that is like this. It looks red. It looks this, that, but it is not it. Okay. So you really need a professional to be able to tell you that this looks like this, but it is not it. Yes.
So you are given the eye drop. You didn't finish it, and the 21 days is on. Can't I, by my own calculation, know that, okay, so maybe I was supposed to use it till it's out, and it didn't finish. Now I have to throw it away. Can I not go and buy the same thing to finish it?
Okay, so I'll ask a question. What is the state of your eye at that time? Apart from the drop, then the dosage is another thing. We are looking at the stage of the disease.
But then you also have just regular eye wash.
Oh yes, regular eye wash. There's regular eye wash, but if it is not in let me say separate containments, you should follow the same rule.
Okay.
Yes,
all right.
You should.
So when we were children, I think I must have been about 10 years old. I remember an advert, Optrex.
Yeah.
You know, and
but Optrex is very good.
And today there's still Optrex around.
There, yeah.
Okay, so I get the angle. So let me attack it from, especially for the women.
Wrap it up for us.
Yes, you should not. Women want clear eyes.
Yeah.
Sometimes something else is leading to the eye discoloring. Why don't we take care of it?
Okay.
Instead of doing those
Just a
in the
wash.
long term, it's not the best.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So for there's the last question.
Yeah,
when I know that when I'm tired, I get red eyes, okay, and there are eye drops from the pharmacy that takes care primarily of red eye. Can I get those?
Okay, maybe you'll be getting red eye because you are straining. You may need glasses, or your eyes are drying up, or you are practicing some poor ergonomics, like should I say computer courtesy. When you're at the computer, for example, the 20-20-20 rule, every 20 minutes of staring at the computer screen, you should look far away, some 20 feet, I just say as far as possible, for about 20 seconds.
But if
it makes a whole lot of difference.
If I'm given glasses, but I realize that after a while I'm okay, can I just stop?
No, you can't just stop.
After you realize you're okay.
No, you can't just stop. How
Yeah, I'm talking for myself.
Yes, you see, these are very common, relevant questions.
Yeah.
You were not the one who gave yourself the glasses. You don't know why you were given the glasses. Go back and let's confirm that.
What if I know why I was giving the glasses? Because I realized that, okay, after a while I become teary and all that. Now I've worn the glasses for a while. I'm no longer teary.
With my knowledge and with my experience, for most cases, almost all cases, when you wear glasses, you may not take it off unless we do maybe laser surgery or contact lens or something of the sort. There are very few cases where you get glasses for a period and then we ask you to stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you stop, what are you doing to yourself?
You are harming yourself.
So I'm harming myself.
Yes, exactly.
Doctor, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Oh my God. Well, thank you very much, Dr. Dery.
welcome.
This has been very insightful.
Yeah,
So
thank you.